Yeah, obviously a big change in character, a huge mentality win there for them. Favourites now to finish in the top 4?
Yes. And let me say this, for a number of reasons. We could point at and talk about refereeing decisions and how that would have impacted the game. Both teams had chances to score early on or tie things up. That, again, would have changed many of the conversations and the balance of the game. I thought Wolves dominated early on. First half or so, I'll give them that. Then I thought Arsenal were the better of the two teams. And Wolves are in the position that they're in because they've been difficult to beat, because they've not given many opportunities up. Credit Arteta for the changes that he made, the attacking changes, bringing on Nketiah and Pepe. And then Arsenal score. And Pepe scores 8 minutes before the end. The referee plays 7 minutes, blows the game off on 97 minutes. So there's fully 15 minutes of football to play here. And while, as you look at the remaining games, for all those teams chasing top 4, I think Arsenal's schedule is arguably the easiest. I think the draw between Arsenal and Wolves benefits Arsenal. I really didn't feel that the draw benefited Wolves in any way. But in that 15 minutes, between Pepe scoring and the final whistle, it was only Arsenal trying to win the game. They continued to press, to look for that, to look for the winner. And they were rewarded for it. And given that mentality, and Jules spoke about the reverse fixture between these two, and that resolute defending that we saw, given that ending to this game today, I think we are seeing a character from an Arsenal team, and I said this a few weeks ago, that we've not seen for a few years. I think they have moved themselves firmly into pole position to finish 4th, to your original question.
So what has changed exactly, Jules? It can't be just a change in mentality, is it?
I think there's a big point, and I like the way you put it just after my answer earlier. Is that I think the mindset has changed, and I think Arteta was very insistent on it. At the training ground, for example, they've got those sort of messages, that you put, those words that about mentality, about strength, about togetherness, all that kind of stuff that sometimes you think, does that really matter? I think it does, especially again with young players, with a young dressing room. Yes, of course, you've got a few experienced players there, but it's a lot about the mindset, that winning mentality, that you go again, you don't give up, you go until the end, which is, I think, something they didn't have under Unai Emery, they didn't have under Arsene Wenger in the latest stage of his tenure at the club, and something that Arteta always wanted to bring in that dressing room, and they've got that. Of course, there's other things. I think tactically, again, the way they pressed and the way they played, we saw on the second goal, is still the ball moves well. And yeah, at times it's a bit sterile, and they've got, I think, to find another way, a bit more variety in the way they attack, a bit more verticality at times. Of course, without Tomiyasu and when Tierney is not at top form, I think you like a bit of support from your two fullbacks. But I think they're on the right path, certainly. And whether you like Arteta or not, whether you rate him or not, I think what he's installing into this dressing room is certainly the right message. Not just the mindset, also what they work on tactically, but it's coming together. It might not be enough this season to finish top 4, although they really need that 4th place. And by the way, if they win their game in hand on Chelsea, they come 2 points behind your Blues, Frankie. So I think you could look a bit behind your back as well
now. He's taken that one okay. There
I do. Look, I do.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.